A beautiful sunset in Montana. My beautiful wife in Montana. Beautiful sunset in Montana. Just another trip on top of my other trip. Good times, good times. Nothing wrong with that. Let's get in the Camry and zoom Zamry to the grocery store. Well, this may be the most beautiful place I've ever slept. We sleeping in one of these metal tubes. I want to take a brief video of our home here. You come inside a little tiny house, a little tiny home inside the silo. Sorry for the mess in our kitchen. We got our kitchen, we got our couch, we got the boo-boo, we got a TV, we got a bathroom with a shower. Then we're going upstairs. Doom, 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 doom. Upstairs is where there's a place to sleep. And again, sorry for the mess, but beautiful place to sleep. And then out the window, the beautiful mountains of Montana, from which the state gets its name. It's called Montana because of all the mountains. So we started our day. We started our day by watching the sunrise over the Rocky Mountains, which is, you know, pretty solid bucket list dream thing. But then the lady staying in the big tin nipple next to us came out of her home listening loudly to a podcast, which I thought was very funny and kind of annoying because I'm a man of the internet and even I wouldn't do that. But we having coffee. Lizzie, what are you looking forward to today?
Seeing the glacier.
Ooh, me too. We can see the big old hills, arguably mountains. I think an argument can be made. Oh wow. Twitchcon was cool and I miss the homies, but the true homie and I found the views. Just a little Glacier National Park. You know, it's beautiful. The water's clear. The rocks are smooth as the baby's behind. Dreams come true. Bucket list item off the bucket list. We're gonna go trying to find a hike, and hopefully we don't get munched by a bear. There are people over there actually. If we do get eaten by a bear though, John can have the channel. Rocky Point Trail. Good old Rocky Point. Rocky Point. Are you having a good time? Tell the folks at home something. They never see you. Nothing? We're back from the park today. We realized we stayed about 3.5 hours from the part of the park that's most open at this time of year. But that's okay. We had a good day. Got myself a new hat. We touristing a little bit. Now it's time to go get prepared for the evening. We're here at the Alchemy Lounge. We early birds. It's 6 p.m. I'm touristing with a camera in my hand in a restaurant. What do you have to say, Lizzie?
I wish you would not do that.
We hike in day 2. Leaving the silos. You're not supposed to park where those cars are. You're supposed to park right here. We good, they bad. Hee hee. Anyway, let's go hike on some mountains. Lizzie, unconcerned. Myself, the hike's labeled as hard. Also, there are other people on the trail, so hopefully we're faster than at least one of them. Let's go. What did the sign say?
They say they're going to have attacked and killed visitors.
Not many though.
They attack the native sometimes.
That's what it said? Oh boy. I hope he likes my shirt and clothes, but not enough to want to peel them from me. Especially not peeling my flesh, but we'll see. I got high hopes we survive. At least when I die, people will know that I was a Twitch streamer. Look at that little gentleman there. Can you see him? He's munching on his nut. Little gentleman chomp. Bye-bye, little gentleman. In the car again. Driving home with some pizza pie. Wanted to mention that being wherever we are, which is Kalispell, Whitefish, Columbia Falls area, Montana. My first time in Montana, as many of you know. It's like living on the Red Dead Redemption map. Straight up. It's extremely weird. You see these mountains back here. Well, if you look out across the horizon, it's all mountains, all the way around. There might be one little spot out there with no mountains, but just barely off in the distance so you can barely see. It feels like I'm enclosed by a boundary wall. It feels like this is just one little universe unto itself. And if I were to gallop my horse or drive this rented Toyota Camry over the mountain and across it, I would slam into it and fly back into the center. It's strange. It's kind of cool looking. It's beautiful, but also a little bit weird. I feel like I'm in, what if the Red Dead 2 map extended for, 100 years, 120 years. But anyway, it's very cool. I'm a big fan. I'm waiting in traffic, because they're building a road here. There's construction everywhere. But anyway, just wanted to tell you that's what it feels like here. We miss Mia, so we found a pub that's all about bulldogs. And we miss Angus too, of course. So there is a clip of that bar we went to called, what was it called?
Bulldog Saloon.
The Bulldog Saloon. And while we were waiting on our burgers to come out, they, here, you can hold it now for a minute. While we were waiting for our burgers to come out, they were like a group of teenage boys and girls, but mostly boys, that came in and like set up shop on a table with their book bags. We learned later that there was a middle school nearby, so they may have just come from school to get a hamburger. I don't know. It's on a Wednesday afternoon. So they all came in and sat down, and we were very confused. Like, this is definitely an adults area.
It's a bar.
It's a bar. It's a
with a casino in it.
Yeah, it's like a cave. There are no windows.
Mm-hmm.
There, to the right of us, there was a picture of like 8 ladies rafting in the 70s with their shirts off.
Yep.
Like it was that kind of place. It was a dive. It was greasy. You know, it was a greasy spoon.
Food was good though.
The burger was very good. But we were like, what are these kids doing in here? This is so strange.
Like 15 of them.
Yeah, and they, like, several of them were coming from the back. And I was like, what are they doing back there? When we got up to leave, Lizzie went to the restroom to pee. And
Wasn't unnecessary detail.
what you weren't going in there to
Your hands
hike around. Anyway, what did you find in the restroom?
So, as I was walking in, the sign on the door underneath the ladies' sign said, the men's restroom and the first stall of the female restroom contains adult material. So please escort children to the second stall of the women's restroom. So, naturally, I go into the first stall of the women's restroom because I have to see this adult material. And it's just plastered with photos of men's butts and their fronts, but in Speedos. So, you know,
Which
whatever.
is not something I wear at home.
Right.
So you don't get,
Or anyone. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in a Speedo. But then I'm on the wall next to the toilet is this little like door looking thing that has a handle on it that says do not open in like all caps. So of course you have to open it, and I knew what I was gonna find when I opened it, and I was correct. It is plastered with I mean, it's probably like a, what's a normal sheet of like paper, like an 8 by whatever, like that size, but it's probably covered in like 7 to 10 photos of male genitalia inside this very small surface area. So then I get back.
Probably more like an average surface area.
So
possibly even large surface area.
So then I get back to the table and I tell Keith, I'm like, okay, so there's obviously going to be similar material in the men's restroom and he needs to go check it out. So what did you find?
I found adult material. The whole, like, if you could make 70s and 80s and 90s Playboy wallpaper, that's what I found. Boo-boos, booties, the other things.
Other things.
It was everywhere. To the point where it felt a little uncomfortable urinating. That's not.
And you said there was no stall.
No stall, just 2 urinals and a toilet on the wall.
Free floating toilet.
Free floating with no attachments, no accoutrement. Well, there was toilet paper, and there was a little wall separating it from the sink. But that bathroom struck me as a place where dudes just get together. You know what I mean? Just get together, showing each other your junk, surrounded by boobies, just living life. And so now...
Alright, and then we leave the restaurant.
And
what do we see?
And all these boys are giggling everywhere.
They're huddled around a cell phone.
Giggling. So they were in there taking pictures of the boobies. That's what they were doing. Which again is humorous because there's no question in my mind that they're all typing in Pornhub on their cell phones probably 18 times a day. Like, this is not new to them. But the fact that it's on a bathroom wall, you know. So, anyway, we saw those boys. We figured it all out.
Mystery solved.
The longest portion of our Montana travel video is explaining the pornographic wallpapers that we found in the